I tell me anyone who has been in the store and found a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old shopping. Not. We go and shop for them the cereal because it's convenient for us. But we forget that we have this thing in the kitchen, most especially in the US, that is called a refrigerator that you can use. And there should not be any breakfast, like breakfast is cereal and milk in the morning. Breakfast can be anything.
I feel like kids are usually left out in the conversation regarding diets, and this is a stage in their lifetime where where they start forming like dietary habits that actually last for a lifetime.
You're about to get us started.
Yes, so there's certain happy foods, and there's some that you've already mentioned that parents, especially in the US, like giving their kids to calm them down. You talked about cereals, chicken nuggets, fries,
hiyo hata mimi najua ni mbaya.
easy sugary drinks, these ones that
Because
come in
they're quick
boxes, Capri Sun.
Capri haina sukari, my friend. Haina sukari.
No,
Yes.
ngoja.
Capri haina sukari.
Chill out.
Haina boss. Hiyo
Almost just chill out.
Go
Just
ahead.
chill out. So there's these certain foods, like even in a lot of places you go and you find these kiddie menus with a lot of these foods that that kids happen to like. I want you to talk to us about how you can start grooming your children with good dietary habits at a very early stage, because these are habits that they're gonna keep for
For a while.
probably for the rest of their
For the
lives.
rest of their lives,
Yeah.
yes. So I'll preface and say this, that people are very sensitive about their children and what they're giving, what they can do with them. Don't tell them, don't mention, don't do anything. But I'll say this, just give me a minute and listen. Remember I started with saying, let us not make the kitchen a battleground. Let us make it a place where everybody has a good time when they are in there. Now, you are the gold standard for your children. I tell me anyone who has been in the store and found a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old shopping. Not. We go and shop for them the cereal because it's convenient for us. But we forget that we have this thing in the kitchen, most especially in the US, that is called a refrigerator that you can use. And there should not be any breakfast, like breakfast is cereal and milk in the morning. Breakfast can be anything. It can be a bowl of nice that chicken soup with some vegetables and, for your children in the morning.
uji.
Actually, if you can get them to start on that, they'll be good the rest of the day or most of the day. Okay? But as parents, we have to do it. We teach them that. And if that's all you teach them, then that's all you know. Now, the chicken nuggets and hot dogs and sausages Capri Sun, they're already prepared. They're made so that
Mac and cheese.
they appeal to our taste buds, our kids' taste buds. Then we see that they're eating them. There's no battle with eating the chicken nuggets and sausages. I mean, like when I make sausages, it's not like I don't, but on those mornings, my morning is smooth. Everybody's happy to eat the sausages. Everybody's out the door like I would want them. But my kids never went buying the sausages. I did. I introduced them to the sausages. And then you get into the, why aren't we having sausages anymore? And then, you get away with it for a few weeks. And then finally you're like, you know what? Yeah, breakfast sausages every morning. This works for me, the adult. But you always have to backtrack a little bit and teach your children to eat well, because then once they know the path of preparing a food, that's what they grow up knowing, and those are the habits that they carry on with them. And for children, believe me, been there, done that. We've dealt with food allergies where you couldn't even make something like eggs or anything in the house because somebody is allergic to it. So I talk about foods and kids with experience, having to pick for my daughter her foods that she can eat, that she can easily digest, that are good for her. So I completely understand how feeding our children is difficult, but we're the ones who are driving that bus. We're going to drive it for as long as we can drive it, because when it gets to the point where they're upstairs, they're ordering Uber Eats and Grubhub, and you're like, who's that at the door? And then you see somebody running to the door. you're done. But I'm telling you, once they know how to prepare foods, eventually they will come back around. But if they don't, once they get out there, they're just going to continue with the Grab Hub and whoever hub. And before you know it, we're going to start seeing it in their health outcomes, either especially when they're going through their teenage years, with how their skin is treating them, whether they gain weight or they lose weight, and how often they can get it off, how they can be able to even manage themselves through difficult times, because food will also leave you either happy mood. It will take your mood one way or the other.
Yeah.
The foods that our children take to school, they are levels for bullying, because our food smells this way. It's called that. It looks like ew.
It's nasty.
It's nasty. It's this. And so they refuse to eat our food and say, I'm not taking githeri or gali to school, because the other kids will laugh at me or will say something bad. And you don't want that to happen to your kid. Then you start going down the path of pizza and chicken nuggets and whatever. And then we have a major problem.